Hey, we're live. What's going on, everybody? See who's around. New Year's Day. Just hanging out in the shop. Taking a break. Just got back from mom's. Made a nice pot roast. We'll see if anybody's around. Wants to chat. Happy New Year 2024. We'll see if anybody's around. Tomorrow, back to the grind. Regular work day. So we'll see. Who's that? Hey, Tom is still up. Holy cow. You're supposed to be in bed, Tom. It's 1:30 in the morning. No, 2:30 your time, actually. Jason Hughes. Brandon is here. John Perks. Let me throw the link. I'm in the basement, so it's the Wi-Fi. It's kind of slow. Happy New Year, Stella. Let's see. Come on. All right. The link should be up. There we go. Let's see. Back to work, absolutely. Everybody's saying hello. Tom can't sleep. Sparky, Happy New Year, Sparky, to you. David is here. Yeah, like I said, just hanging out. Got back from mom's, just hanging out in the shop, checking out some YouTube, see what's going on. Rob, we haven't seen Rob in a while. What's going on with Rob? Hello, Rob. Haven't talked to you in a while. Ralph Morick, oh my gosh. Ralph, Happy New Year. How you been, buddy? Haven't talked to you in a while. I've been watching some of the streams, but work's been busy. We got issues with some family health issues, things like that. So it's been a crazy few weeks, but good to see you, Ralph. Hopefully all the scrapping and recycling is going good. Andrew is here. Hello, Andrew. Hope everything's okay in the desert. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want to do much today, to be honest. Yeah, best wishes for everybody, 2024. You as well, Ralph. Hopefully the gang's all doing well over in your side of the world. Hello, Randy. So, anyway, I got a couple snow blowers to work on, little stuff. We had a little snow last night, but just a flurry. They're saying maybe next Wednesday, I think. Hank was saying next Wednesday. Maybe some snow here in Connecticut. We'll see. Until we get that first snow, though, no one's going to want their snow blowers worked on, except the people that tried to start them this year, and they won't start because they didn't use them last year. What's that, Andrew? No, I didn't do it yet. In fact, I started doing it last night, and there were a couple people that wanted to do, so I'll email everybody out. That was the Secret Santa. I did the electronic wheel last night, so all the names of everyone who got other people, you'll be getting those. I'll probably send it out tomorrow. So whoever participated in Secret Santa, those that wanted to, if you still want to participate in the Secret Santa, it's a $25 Secret Santa. It's small engine related, so if you want to give a small engine related gift and you get one in return, it's $25 buy-in. You can use Amazon or whatever you want, but something small engine related that you can give to whoever I picked for you as your draw. Look at their channel and see what you think of them. And hold on. Uh-oh, Stella, what happened? You were there for a minute. You there, Wayne?
Happy New Year, Kenny.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Wayne. Let me turn my volume up here so I can hear you. What happened to Stella? She was in the basement. My Wi-Fi sucks down here, so I'm trying to. I got like a 3-second time delay. You know.
No, I don't know. You sound good here, and you're not glitching. You're smooth.
When I click my mouse, it takes about 3 seconds for it to actually do something.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, thanks for getting the Chubby Butcher up to 1,000 on that Saturday stream.
You know, it's funny. I never realized his full name. I've been talking to him with his real name forever, and I never associated that with the Chubby Butcher.
Yeah, John Thoreau.
Yeah. I mean, he's always in the chats and stuff, and we always, hey, how's it going and all that, and I just never connected the two.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and he was saying he was in touch with Stella about maybe doing a burger for the lawnmower lady.
That would be
Wait,
the
what the hell is that?
Lambretta burger.
Lambretta burger.
Wait.
That was Klaus's idea. So.
Oh, I thought, I saw that hat and I thought you were part of the Shriners for a second because I saw the colors. The Shriners.
It's more of a dunce cap, I think. Well,
Yeah.
not really. I don't know.
Yeah, the Shriners will have that maroon and black thing going on.
Wow.
All you need is the miniature cars that they drive around in.
They used to drive on scooters. Actually, Lambretta.
Yeah, some of them have, but here they have miniature 65 Ford Mustangs and Jeeps and stuff like that.
Fun stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't tried that Shriner's Christmas cake, you're missing out. It's really good
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, definitely. There are a lot of Shriners around here. Yep,
Yeah.
Shriners Hospital. Yep, the old pyramid, that's for sure. So what'd you do last night? Anybody? Anybody do anything?
I think I was asleep by 10:30.
I know. Hey, I was.
I never woke up till 10:45 this morning. I
How's
slept
Jake?
in.
How's Jake doing?
Jake's getting better. He's still, under the weather a little bit, but compared to what he was, it was like, this 9 days now.
Now, is it just flu or was it that RSV?
No, it's a real bad cough and congested chest and a headache. He had the headache, he said, for around 4 or 5 days.
Wow.
So he did the test, for COVID, and it came out negative, but I don't know how accurate those tests are.
Well, there's some really nasty flus and other respiratory stuff going on this time of year.
Here, there's the RSV, they call it, the respiratory something virus that's really going around our place.
Hey, Brock, how you doing?
Hey, Brock.
Yeah, I'd comment, but I don't know. I got it. When it says join the chat, and if I try to join, then it says what account. I'd need Jake up here to straighten that out. I don't want to touch anything, otherwise I'll screw up the whole computer.
I usually use my phone. It's easier to use the phone, I think.
Well, I was doing that on your live stream on Saturday, and I had a lot of trouble. Well, first of all, it's bad Wi-Fi, but and I was trying to keep the background music from being an issue for you.
But we had fun though. I enjoyed. Was it Curly's Garage?
Yeah, Curly's Garage. He was a guy that was wearing the orange rubber gloves, and that was his shot. No, but I was really kind of irritated that it took so many, punches on the phone to reverse my camera. I would have thought it could have been like a one button thing. It might be if I had the StreamYard app or something. I was just going online. I don't know.
What's Brandon saying?
He's been sick for over a month.
COVID negative. I wonder if it's the RSV though, because I said here it's RSV. They call it. The kids are getting it in schools, and they're bringing it home to the parents and grandparents and all that. They call it RSV.
It's something respiratory,
something virus, yeah.
But
it's viral. There's all you can do is just deal with it for
like
a week.
Like the flu.
Yeah.
That's the one Bruce was talking about. That they wanted $180 for the shot.
Oh, is it? Yeah. I tell you though, it's put a few older people that I know in the hospital.
I got the vaccination. That was me.
Because it can turn into pneumonia. That's the issue.
Yeah, luckily Lori and I, we're feeling a little like achy but so far so good. We haven't got it. So.
Oh yeah, asthma. That sucks. I hope Arch comes here, because I've got a Christmas card from someone that Arch knows very well, and I want to show him if he ever comes up.
You want to see Dilly Dilly Arch? Dilly Arch.
Let's see. 33. Oh my God, I'm almost twice your age, Andrew.
I'm over twice.
Yeah.
So you working on anything today or just taking it easy?
Well, mom made a pot roast, so I went over there for pot roast at 12:30. And this morning I worked on a backpack blower. I had a problem with Stella, I told Tom I found out that my order from Allie was held up because of my debit card. There was something with the debit card. So we squared it away today, and I actually ordered more stuff. So I'll be getting that in 2 weeks. Just the deals they have. If you start out an account with AliExpress, you can get like 100 diaphragm kits for like $1.
Yeah, well, I would love for you to send me a link to that product because I would like.
Well,
to
yeah,
take a look at that.
yeah. But if you're a new customer,
Right.
you get like 10 kits for 99 cents, stuff like that.
Wow.
It's like, hey, I end up spending. I think I spent about $90, but I got like 1,000 things coming.
Nice.
Yeah. But even like the Briggs air filters, the 491, 477, those filters we all use.
Yeah.
All right.
The quantum ones?
Even the generic ones aren't too bad, but I think I got 50 of them for $34, something like that.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So yeah, it was cheap. I know 33, Lewis. To be 33, where the hell was I at 33? I'm gonna say 33. That was 1996. I was just starting a new job.
If we were 33, Kenny,
Is that you, Brock? You're 33.
We'd be able to build up
he's laughing
in a couple of years.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, if we knew what we knew now, holy
Yeah.
crap!
Yeah.
Oh,
If I knew now what I knew then.
oh my God! Different wife, different life. Should I say that? Yeah.
Kenny, you shouldn't say stuff like that out loud.
That's all right. Who the hell watches me? Come on. Nobody watches me. Nobody watches me. Anyway, no, I do hope Art shows up because I have a Christmas card and it's from somebody he knows. And I hope I can show it to him. So anyway.
Wayne, why were you not up till 10:30 this morning? Were you up all night?
I don't know. I woke up at 8 o'clock this morning, looked at the clock, said, you know what? I'm just going to roll over and go back to sleep. But it was 10:45 when I woke up. The wife didn't even come in to see if I was dead. Hey? Oh, wow. She just yelled just yelled at me and said, I can hear you.
I can hear you. That's pretty funny.
Wow.
Oh, she said she heard me snoring, so she knew I was still kicking.
Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year, Klaus.
Yeah, Brandon, I started retirement when I was 21, so I've been doing it for 40 years now. So,
yeah, I wish I'd started earlier, but live and learn.
Well, did anybody read the what was the name of that book? The barber, the wealthy barber. I think that was the name of it. Anybody remember that book?
I never heard of that.
No.
That was a guy. I think he sold millions of copies of this book in hardcover and paperback. But basically, it's the story of a barber that has people coming in, and he talks to them about investing in RRSPs.
Yeah.
And in one of the cases, I remember I bought the book and read it in one day. And what it did, it talked about two twins. The one twin that just worked and put his money in the bank, and the other twin that took his money, same amount of money, and invested it in retirement savings plans. Well, and after, when they both retired, he pointed out how much money there was in savings, comparing the two. And the one guy had over $1 million, and the other guy had hardly anything.
Well, that sounds like the cartoons that were in the Highlights magazine, Doofus and whatever.
Goofus and Gallant. Goofus and Gallant.
Goofus and Gallant.
Oh yeah, and they were the dentist office. My dentist.
They were the dentist. It was always at my dentist office that I could read those.
Yeah. They still make it. It's still published.
Really? Highlights is?
It's still published.
I'll have to check it out next time I go to the dentist.
Yep, Goofus and Gallant. I remember that.
Now, in 2024, I just saw on YouTube last night, us older Canadians that are retired get free dental.
Wow. Yeah, but how many teeth do you have left by the time it kicks in?
I got them all.
I think I've seen that book, though. Was it Richard Chilton? David Chilton.
That's it. Yeah, the guy's a millionaire or a billionaire. I don't know. He wrote a couple of books, but that's an excellent book for anybody that wants to read about investing in your retirement.
Mm.
So Klaus, I wanted to ask you, was everyone expecting the Queen to step down, or was this like out of the blue? Poof. Wow.
Oh, Hank just put out a video.
It was a bit of a shock.
What, the Queen stepped down in Denmark?
In Denmark.
She
I
will
didn't
hear.
hear
On,
that.
she will hear on January 14th.
Yeah, January 14th. She will have been 52 years. That's the day she took it 52 years ago.
Wow.
She said she had some back surgery or something, and I guess it's creating more issues than what. How old is she? Is she 80 something?
Close, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can imagine if I had back surgery in 30 years, I wouldn't be doing so well either.
No.
So is there another queen that takes over, another king, or that's it? It's
Her
finished?
son,
Her oldest son. Yeah.
Her oldest son is now king?
Frederick.
On Jan 14th he will be. Yeah.
Good. Nothing wrong with a monarchy.
No, we like ours. They're
Seems to run better than all these democracies around all the rest of the world.
Hey Wayne.
Yeah.
You got to see. Henry just put out a link about your mail.
Oh, okay. I'll take a look at it. Hopefully he reads the letter.
Yeah, I'm watching him now. But where's Brock? Get better keychains, Brock.
I haven't got mine yet, so
I lifted it out. The ring had no fob on it. Where's the fob? Oh, he's doing an unveiling of the envelope on his channel now.
Yeah, the cheapest way to ship it to him was in one of those bags. They let me ship it in one of those. I think it was only like 20 some odd bucks to ship it.
Speaking of devil,
how's Jake doing?
There's Hank. He's better. He's getting better.
Okay. Hi, Hank.
Henry.
How you doing, guys?
I'm watching the video.
Yeah, I didn't know you guys were on.
I didn't either until about 20 minutes ago.
I didn't either until I was in the shop and up came Kenny's live. And I said, oh, got to go in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody fighting today, Wayne?
No more fights. I think the next fight is like January the 20th in Toronto. It's going to be a pay-per-view.
Hank, you screwed up when you're showing Brock's sticker. You held it right to the it's all blurry.
That's that new camera, you know that?
That key fob, Hank, shake it enough, it'll just fall apart.
Yeah. What the heck here now?
I woke up at 10:45 and I was supposed to deliver a snowblower at noon, eh? I made it by 12:30.
Oh, I thought you meant 10:45 last night.
No, 10:45 this morning, and then had coffee and then loaded it up and delivered it, got it to her at 10.
Oh, wait a minute. Why the hell does Hank have a hat with the letters EP on it?
Oh, because Hank's special. There's only two guys that we sent hats to. Hank, you could feel good about this one. Donnie Boy got the first one, and that's for him spending an hour and a half on the phone helping Jake out with his channel and talking about, how he could improve things and everything. And I was really I couldn't believe that when I answered the phone and he said, this is Donnie Boy 73, I just said, wow, I can't believe you're calling us. And he said, well, I just want to talk to your son about his channel. He spent an hour and a half on the phone with Jake.
Wow.
And Henry's a great guy, got a great channel. And Henry offered to give Eliminator Performance, if he had it, at no charge. He didn't want any money for it, an 18 horsepower Kohler engine.
Oh, wow.
Now, there's not a lot of people that are going to do that, except people that are in this small engine community that we've got here.
Oh, yeah.
We really appreciate it, Henry.
Well, he saved my ass one day with a head I bought from you, Henry? A head, I think?
Yep.
Or the Kohler Courage? Or no, what do we call it now? Discourage? Somebody came up with that? Discourage.
And again, I didn't want anything, but he threw the
No,
money.
no, but anyway, we go to the diner or whatever. No big deal. Chinese.
He slipped you something, right?
Yeah.
Either way. And the hallway. Yep. When did you make that, Hank? Yesterday?
No, I just finished it about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sun came out. It's a nice day, actually.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you.
Only 40 some degrees here, so it ain't that nice where
Yeah,
I'm
no,
at.
it's not warm. It's like 46, but still, it's a bright, sunny day, not a lot of wind or anything. So I'll take it.
Yeah, I used a new camera.
Yeah.
I did a little video in on mine, but I still got to get used to it.
watch out because the quarter 20 connector
Yeah.
is
Would it fall out?
made out of plastic.
Oh, get out! Mine's brass.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a brass. Well, then again, my camera was $170 camera.
Well, the other thing you can do to avoid that is to get like a set of shoes to put on your camera.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you get the quick attach or whatever, the quick release.
Sorry, let me see if it's got a quick mount, and then my tripod. If I could get them out, it'll make a mess. But I have the mating connector like on all the 2 or 3 different tripods that I use. So I just move this around. Yeah. So it's got a little wedge mount thing on there.
Yeah.
Here, let me see if I can get this out and show you. And then the mate is this guy. Oops.
So when you use
Oh, there
it,
goes my phone.
so
the
when
mate-
you use that, do you get a wedgie?
I do. It's a nice wedgie. Yeah, but that
Hank, how much did you pay for your camera, Hank?
$35.
There you go.
Yeah, mine was like 170 with a 25% off, so I was like 140 or something like that.
Yeah, but it's not bad for $35.
Well, you have a remote control, Hank. I don't even have that.
Yeah, I'll glue that little piece back in.
Yeah. Stella, you're doing green screen?
You could probably put a nutsert in there. Not
it
screw
is
that in.
no, it's like the fake green screen.
Oh.
But that's why it doesn't do so well. That's
Are
why
you trying to do solo yourself? Then I'm hitting solo too, so that's why it's reverting back.
No, I just did it once. I just hit me back to the regular because I kept looking and seeing myself up there. See,
No, but
like
where's
that.
your
My arm-
bracket? Where's the bracket?
What bracket?
Your quick release. I thought you were gonna show us a quick release.
Oh, I
bracket.
did, and then I knocked the phone off of the table. It was classic. See, here is. Sorry,
You gotta shut off the green screen in the background, or else we
I
can't
can't
see
do
it.
that.
We sort of get the gist.
You get the gist, but it basically, and then each of my tripods has the mating connector on there.
Oh yeah, it's like a little wedge, right? The little wedge.
Yes.
Yep,
Sorry.
yep. Yeah, I have that on my tripod. I just didn't have any of the wedges that went along with it.
Well, you only put something in your quarter 20 once, and then you don't keep stressing it out when you move it
Yeah.
around.
Huh.
I
Interesting.
think Jake took out a bank loan to buy his video camera.
Yeah.
Well,
Then he got-
I thought about, but it's kind of crazy,
Yeah,
when cell phones do such an amazing job. That's what I use.
95% of his videos are off his cell phone. Only 5% are off that video camera.
And
Was
actually, I bought this cell phone. I can hook it up, but was only a couple $100. Waterproof. It has a replaceable battery. It still has the,
Yeah.
whatchamacallit, 3.2 millimeter, 3.5 millimeter. It's a Samsung,
Yeah, we talked to Rich. I haven't really talked to Bald Eagle that much. What's Bald Eagle's first name? Steve?
Steve.
Steve, yeah. I'm
I
gonna
like his
do
videos. I haven't talked to
Shout
him
out.
per se.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a shout out. He sent me something in the mail the other day.
Yeah, I know he loves those Nicky carbs.
Yeah.
Hey, some people like him. They can make good videos out of him.
Robert loves them.
More
Robert
power to him.
Malos. He loves those Nicky carbs.
Yeah,
He
right.
won't even try to fix the one that's on there. I don't think he's got it off that lawnmower yet.
No, I don't think so.
No, he's still looking for an E5 socket.
Yeah, my mouse.
Well, when I watched it,
Those E5s.
I watched a video and I'm not too sure that it had an E5 on both studs. It almost looked like somebody had swapped out one of the studs. I got to go back and look at it again. One looked like it had a 5/16 shoulder nut, and the other one didn't. So I'm not too sure.
Yeah, this
Rock,
mouse.
they're cutting up your keychains.
Yeah. A doggone sticker meal, I should have known. It was
Yeah,
too good
but
to be
buddy, I'll
good.
let you know how mine made it from Michigan to Ontario when I
Yeah.
did it.
I put it in the bubble wrap a little, but I don't.
It came out fine for me.
Yeah. Well,
No,
it
but what I
came
was saying
from
is for about
Roughhouses
an hour it was fine. Then walking around with it in my pocket, I better reach in for it, and it came out with just the ring.
Hey, if they were just boring, stout keychains, we wouldn't have a laugh there, right?
Stella, can you control anything, or are you not at a computer?
Yeah, I can control things.
I'm trying to make comments come up, but my mouse is playing tricks on me.
Well, you've made some of them come up.
I know, but I'll click the button. It takes like 6 seconds for it to actually do something.
That I believe is just a less than stellar internet connection. That's what I have when I have bad.
I'm Wi-Fi in the basement.
Yeah.
Speaking of tripods, I gotta get a taller one. I think I gotta get a taller.
Jake's got one. It's carbon fiber of all things.
Man,
Every time I go to a tag sale, I look for them, and they're cheap, $5, $4.
Yeah.
Take
What,
it.
tripods? Tripods?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Mi-
using
mine-
I'm using a Vivitar tripod that I had 50 years ago.
yeah.
Mine, the problem with mine is that those plastic clamps that you fold down are all broken, so I got screws holding it together.
Yeah.
That's why you find one made from a long time ago, because mine are the metal ones.
Yeah,
Mine is one of those IV things, they have at hospitals.
Oh,
with
those,
wheels.
yeah.
I have one of those too, but it has just the hook on it though, the
Yeah.
curly Q
Yeah.
hook. Yeah.
I found one on the side of the road somebody was throwing away. It didn't have the 1/4-20. It had a 5/16 or 3/8 on top for a speaker. It was big
Okay.
one, heavy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's
Hey,
not
John.
for cameras.
Yeah, but
That's
I bought an adapter from that to
Yep.
1/4-20. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But
They
I-
are.
and then I have a small one that it's all a table model where you can
Yeah.
put the legs in and out. But that's just a cheapo Alibaba thing.
Alibaba.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
got,
I need some of those shoes there because I have to unscrew mine every time and put it in and put it back. And,
Yeah, and it just makes it. I mean, I still have to unscrew something, but I'm not putting all that strain on that little 1/4-20 thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Klaus,
Yeah,
I'll send you a link to what I got if you want me to.
Please do.
There's
Please.
got a tripod with Alibaba today.
there's 3 different sizes of those shoes, so you got to know which one you want.
Well, you just buy a mating set.
Oh,
Mine had like a knob that's spring loaded to lock it in. You just let go of it and it clamps onto the wedge.
Yeah.
mine does.
There's
Yeah.
3 sizes of those. Yeah.
No, is there,
Yeah.
That's good
My
to know.
shoes are size 13.
I tell you, I like my other tripod I have, the one with the legs that go all over the place. You can fold it. If you fold it down on itself and then take the top off, it's got the 1/4-20 stud in there.
This one has all kind of.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You could really get.
Yeah, you can get underneath the tractor to show up.
Yeah.
That would be a lot of articulation on that unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big word. Big word
That's
for
a
the
lot of-
channel.
A lot of articulation of getting up off the ground.
That's the hardest part about doing the repair is getting the good shot.
yeah.
Stella, did the link come out again? I thought I posted the link.
Yeah, it came
Yeah,
out.
it did. It did.
Oh, no, it says having trouble connecting. Please check your connection. Really?
Oh, that's you.
That's me.
You're not
Anybody got snow?
you're not well connected, Kenny.
You got snow, Brock?
Very little dusting on the driveway. That's it.
Yeah, nothing. Nothing over here.
Oh, hey, how's the champ doing today?
Chubby's up 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Who isn't?
Yeah, right.
Well, after eating your burgers, of course.
So what are you guys up to?
220, I think, 230.
Yeah. Wayne?
260.
I don't answer
Haven't,
questions.
haven't
like
weighed
that.
myself lately.
Yeah, I
Afraid.
went to the doctor and they told me I was 210.
Oh, that's peanuts.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been 210 in 25 years.
Yeah. Give it a
Might
little
have gained a few.
I clicked on John. Is he coming up?
Might have gained a few drinking that Saint Creme that you sent me from Montreal.
That stuff's good, eh?
Yeah, smooth. Goes good with coffee.
That
So,
sounds dope.
Stella, I'm working on something for you in the next month.
Yo, that sounds good.
Stella, I told him he should have done short ribs for you in honor of your dad.
That actually that was my grandfather, and that's
Oh,
a
your
good idea.
grandfather.
My
Okay.
grandpa. That's right.
Shorty, right?
Shorty. Yep.
Shorty.
It's definitely an interesting burger. I'm gonna have fun doing it.
Which one's Stella's Double D?
The Lambretta.
I remember
Oh.
that, Kenny.
I'm
I could
wondering.
hear. I just couldn't talk as much.
Well, I figured Double D would be twin chicken breasts. You know.
I was already thinking about it a while ago. I was gonna call it the Stellanator. The Stellanator
yeah.
burger.
I thought it was Stella Doro.
That's right.
You can put a burger between a couple of Stella Doro cookies.
Let's go.
Well, how about that one guy that did, what was it, the Krispy Kreme donuts with the hot burgers in between?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I did one with the Krispy Kreme donuts with the chicken burger in the middle.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that
not
was a good
To
one.
be honest, guys, how does it taste?
Yeah.
Well,
It's surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Well, it's,
Yeah,
probably,
it is
it's
good.
probably thickly sweet, though.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta have that
that's not too bad.
sweet, that tangy. Yeah.
and you
All
can't
the,
put
all the
and
fat dripping off the burger helps dramatically.
and you can't put anything on your chicken burger because and then you take away the taste from the donut. So
Yeah.
I was going to say, definitely not diabetic endorsed.
no. It's weird though, because really the weird stuff now is really getting a lot of views. Like like people doing like breaded chicken with like macaroni cheddar in the middle, like just stuff like, right screwed up, man, are getting the views, right?
Yeah.
We had a restaurant here. It was actually a mac and cheese restaurant. That's all they did was different types of mac and
Yep.
cheese, and everybody went there for their lobster mac and cheese. That was like the
Oh,
big
yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Oh, we used to have one that was what do you call that? A grilled cheese. Everything was grilled cheese.
Oh wow, yeah, that's all different types of cheese. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good idea though for the lobster mac and cheese. I might think about that one.
Well, almost like a chicken Kiev though, but you put lobster mac and cheese in it, and then put that
Yeah.
on the burger.
Let's go.
Where are you going to get the lobster from? Sobeys?
Probably the tank at
Yeah.
Brendan's looking for a good tank sealer, Stella.
So what I normally do at Sobeys is
No tank sealer.
oh yeah, I can't. I've got to watch what I say here. So never mind.
Why? What's Sobeys? Was it a restaurant or a
No,
it's a grocery.
it's where I work.
That's where he
Oh.
works at a grocery chain.
Yeah, so we have a lobster tank there. So let's just say one of the claws, the elastic comes off.
Yeah.
Well, they can just go to town on anybody in there. So
So that'll be in the tank. There'll be a one claw lobster.
I didn't say that.
the culls? They call them the
I
culls.
did not.
Yeah.
I did not say that.
Gonna be a battle royal in there.
Oh,
What was
yeah.
that movie? The guy says, "Bring this one back. I want the winner."
Oh yeah.
Actually, the Maine Coast lobster is the best. Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Now you got to say it right, Hank. Lobster.
Yeah.
Lobster.
Nova Scotia lobster.
It's actually crazy though. I've been to Newfoundland a few times, and we went down where the sewage actually goes into the ocean, which is disgusting. And I said to them, I go, well, where are we going for lobsters? They go right here.
Oh.
So they're actually bottom feeders like a seagull. They eat all the shit and
Mhm.
disgusting.
Well, thanks for
Stella,
that.
can you
I
put the
guess
link
that's
up
the
for
end of my
Mandy?
lobster days.
Yeah. What do you pay? $35 a pound?
Well, in Newfoundland, what they do is they wait for the tide to go down, and all the women would hike up their dresses and they would just go in the water and grab these lobsters illegally.
How would they grab them?
Yeah, you got to watch on the East Coast that you don't get caught when the tide comes in.
Oh yeah, Bay
Real
of Fundy. Bay
Yeah.
of Fundy's crazy. All the boats will be at the bottom of the ocean with all tires and stuff all over them. I'm like, what the hell's here? He goes, well, watch in 12 hours. The water's coming in. It'll go, bring it right back up.
Yeah. Doesn't it come up 35 feet or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. quick.
So lots of people walk out there and they're like, "Oh my God, here comes the tide!" And they start running back. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, like California right now, all those people standing on the breakwall or whatever it was, watching these humongous waves coming in, and then all of a sudden the camera shows them running.
Right.
Yeah.
stupid.
Well, didn't Japan just have a?
What's up, Rob?
Yeah, earthquakes
Yeah.
and tsunamis.
Yeah.
Wayne, did you hear about that e-bike that blew up in the subway?
No,
So there was an e-bike. They brought it on the subway. I guess they were going somewhere. And the thing actually blew up in the Toronto subway like a bomb.
like,
Like,
Yeah,
it was a bomb. Like,
it's the lithium battery, man.
yeah.
Anybody get killed?
not sure. All I know is that there was was on the TTC. People were running around. People were trying to run out of the building. They thought it was like a terrorist attack. It's pretty crazy, man.
So what did they let this thing right into the subway car?
Yeah,
I guess that'll be.
Oh,
the
wow,
end
it was
of those
actually
things
inside the
going in
car?
subway cars.
I
Never
believe
into
that's what
that.
happened. I
Well, at
believe
least they
that's
tried to contain the explosion, though. Yeah.
what's that?
At least it would contain the explosion, but then contain.
Well,
the
yeah, with people in it though.
Yeah, not good.
Wow.
So I'm assuming the subway.
Well,
He brought the e-bike in, and I'm assuming they got on the subway with it. He's
Going to be a
Yeah.
ban on that.
It's
Absolutely,
what
a
looked like a
ban.
bomb blast was actually an e-bike. I'm reading it right now. Wow.
Yeah.
Was it a public e-bike or was it like a personal e-bike?
Don't know.
Oh, probably a public.
Public. Yeah. 'cause
Well, I
there's a lot
saw
of
one
the-
guy on YouTube. He spent like $6,000 on an e-bike, brand new. Took it out for his first ride and had to dump it about a mile down the road. It caught on fire, and it was
Yep.
brand new.
Battery sorted out.
Even his wife got one now too, right?
Just stupid, man. Like, sorry, I don't understand it like at all.
There's a bunch of them downtown Detroit, like those little scooters. Yeah. And you just see one on fire.
When those things blow up, the fire department has a hard time putting them out.
Yeah.
You can't put them up.
So I saw something interesting on the news. They were just researching off the coast of South America, and they've pinpointed a spot that has the possibility of having 11 billion gallons of oil in it. And the news reporter said, so it appears that if they drill there, we won't have a shortage of oil, but the world is running out of minerals to make batteries. Like lithium ion is going to be a shortage. Like the price of it is going sky high.
They keep coming back to that there are too many of us and too
Yeah,
little
we're
resources.
going back. We're going back to fuel operated equipment, gang.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to build another Niagara Falls just to power it, all the electricity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stella. Oh, Stella off. Yeah, Stella's off. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Now,
boy.
she suggested those clampy things, Hank. I just ordered 2 of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you ordered? Are they sets?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they are.
Yeah, Hester,
Wayne.
the fire department's afraid of those too when they get a fire.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
just stupid, man. Wayne made a valid point the other day. We were chatting how the government should get these e-bikes and e-cars and drive them in the winter and get stuck and put these fuel pumps in the Parliament building and see how well they work first before they start pushing it out everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
See
Yeah,
how
well,
those guys like it.
We were talking about that the other day, and I've got a heat pump in my shop, and if you got a shop that's fairly well insulated, it works fantastic. It really does. I mean, there's hardly any maintenance on it. I don't know how long the thing will last, 5-8 years, like a refrigerator or something.
Did you get any money from the government for it?
No, because it's not the main house that gets heated by it.
Okay.
Oh, it's just for your shop.
I know in New Brunswick they don't have gas lines there. Don't ask me why, but all my family down there have heat pumps and air conditioning like that.
But I
So
mean,
is yours going to be a surface or a well?
Pardon?
No, Klaus.
Yeah,
Are they going to do a surface or a well?
for
Heat
Your
pump.
heat pump.
no, it's an air-to-air heat pump. It
Yeah,
looks like it looks like an air conditioning unit sitting outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stella,
That's
see if you can bring
basically it.
Randy up. I've tried 10 times. and it
Hank's
ain't
right
working.
though. They do have heat pumps that are set in the ground, right, Hank?
Yeah.
They do. Yeah, they have those too. Yep.
Yeah.
It's
But this
his
is a 2-month
internet.
This
Okay.
is,
Yeah,
this
'cause I tried 10 times and it's not working.
He keeps
It's only
popping
about-
up and going down, popping up and going down.
Nah,
it's
that
only about 40. It's only about $4,500 total.
So you used to do a
installed.
girl like
So,
nah, that other kind of heat's what they call thermal. They drill a big hole and find a thermal pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thermal heat pump. Yeah.
Yeah. Al, I have a confession to make. Let me
Oh,
turn it
boy.
down.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
You're really a woman?
say 3
No.
Hail Marys and 2 Art Flowers.
Ah,
He's gone. Nope.
Oh boy, you've done it.
nah.
Uh-oh, there's the
It's
carburetor.
got to be about a carburetor.
Oh, is that a HIPAA?
No, that's
Nick-
a Briggs,
Nah.
it looks like.
that's
Oh,
OEM.
It's another Nicky carb.
It's a Briggs and Stratton
Yeah,
594605.
4593.
man.
Yeah,
Let's
find out
check
what
this
my
out.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I ordered it through my Ace Hardware, and the guy looked it up, and Briggs and Stratton said it was for my engine. But the plug for the
Anti-backfire solenoid?
yeah.
Yeah.
It
We'll just screw the
doesn't
old
matter.
one on.
Yeah, screw the old one up.
thing is-
Yeah.
The thing is, I'm just wondering, I looked this thing up, and somebody said it's for an engine that has a fuel pump. I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah. Well, because
What,
I'm
what,
going,
what, does, what does the, Robert? What does the plug look like on the old one?
the plug on the old one side is rounded on the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Robert, just cut the wires and splice them together. That's all.
No,
That's
it'll
like-
probably,
Kohler
It'll-
one has that round plug.
Yeah, the gray
Yeah.
wire is the ground. The other one's the hot. Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
This
what
is
that
something-
carburetor cost, Robert?
Usually about $100.
nah.
Hey
Y'all,
everybody.
y'all,
Hey Ken.
yeah, y'all
Hey,
forgive
Randy.
me, but that carburetor with tax was $161.
Oh. Hey, Robert, they got a word for that. Screwed.
That's US, right? Robert, that's US.
Yeah.
So that's like 38% more over here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's a
So
good looking
I-
carb, though.
Your ass.
Free is $98.
yeah.
It's a good looking carb, though, Robert.
Yeah.
Well,
The thing was,
$225 over here in Canada.
You got to have the
Thing
right
was-
connections for your supplier. I got one.
now the thing is, when I got the Nicky off, I went to put this one on, and I'm like, found out I was putting the choke linkage in the throttle spot and stuff. I'm like, I had to pull a video up, but I went to also take that Nicky apart. How do you get them screws out?
Oh, you need impact.
Yeah.
Impact.
Yeah, impact driver put a
Yeah,
set of vice grips around the outside diameter.
Yeah, or the
of it
van
just to
pliers.
break
The
it
van
loose.
pliers work good too. I
Van
use those.
pliers will do the job.
That
Yeah,
that
everybody's
that
gonna
just
impact
a little
does
bit of
good every
heat.
time.
Just a little bit of heat. Just a little bit. Careful.
Yeah.
You got
Anybody
yeah,
else there, the old
well,
man don't have
that's-
van pliers.
What are those screwdrivers,
Yeah.
Stella? The ones with the built-in impact? Are
Yeah,
they Weirus?
Those are the Vessel Megadora.
Vessel,
impact.
Yeah,
Wow.
ours is called the gear wrench. I
Yeah.
think that's the brand name of the one that we got.
Yeah,
But
mine
worst
Wow.
case, I've used vice grips, whatever.
Is that the one? Is that the one you whack with a hammer?
Yeah.
Then it-
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
that's my favorite
Yeah, I
one.
got one. Yeah, I got one of those. Oh yeah, I watched that Lewis Boats and Motors.
Brucey,
Look at
right.
that.
That's him over there on the left.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
Brock.
Knipex, yep. Knipex too. Yep.
Yeah,
Right there.
yeah. He was talking about that motorcycle.
3
Gotta
I
have
got room for 2 more. or one more.
Yeah, you have to have a JIS
Yep.
screwdriver. I'm like, oh boy.
Randy, I don't know what you got for internet, buddy, but
Well, Robert, a JIS screwdriver helps you not strip a JIS screw.
Yeah.
That's really what it's there for.
There's an identification mark on a JIS.
get on a dot. Yeah, little dot.
A
Yeah.
little thought.
Yeah. But I'll
Kind of
talk
looks like
myself.
one of those anti tamper ones.
Yeah, the anti-tamper torques with the
Mm.
little spindle and the little piece in the middle.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's not JIS. They just
No,
have-
no, that we're just
Oh, that's what he. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
yeah, we're just
Yeah.
talking about difficult hardware.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many brake reservoir screws I broke off and stripped out on motorcycles until I got me a set of JIS screwdrivers.
Yeah.
I have never stripped another one.
No. No.
Hey guys, I'm
makes all the
gonna
difference.
run upstairs because this Chromebook is driving me batty.
Okay.
Hey,
Alright.
Kenny.
I'll be back. Give me a few minutes.
Hey,
Yeah,
Claus,
We'll
Yeah.
be here.
Claus,
We're
how
not
was your
going anywhere.
did you have a pork roast with the crackling?
Not for New Year's. We had that for Christmas.
How was it?
That's fantastic. That is good food.
Do you stuff it?
Just salt the rinds and shove it in whatever barbecue oven, whatever you want.
Yep.
And, yeah, it's good food. It really is. It's a traditional thing here with the rinds on.
It's about the only thing anybody can afford anymore because pork is still pretty cheap.
Yeah.
And beef, well, we all know, like, it's expensive.
It's gotten expensive here too. So
Well, you know, I just saw a video the other day about lab grown chicken.
Lab?
Is that like
It's very small area here.
that like a
laboratory
KFC?
grown chicken, and they take like stem cells or something from chickens and they feed it like you would feed a chicken. So of course you're not saving anything on feed at that point. But you know, it harks me back to, you know, oh, margarine was supposed to be so good for us and all these other things. And it's like 20 years later, we
Yeah.
go, oh, dang, this really wasn't so good.
Palm-
you
palm
know?
oil is what it's all cracked
I
up.
know, and I'm like, and I'm thinking, you know, maybe I'll just skip that part and you know stick to the real thing. I mean,
Maybe-
seriously, that's where I am in my life.
Only
I
thing
think-
that's good for you is what's natural.
Yeah.
That's right.
Deer, lamb.
Anything store bought has got some kind of garbage in there to keep it for preserved for a long time.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
This or that, you know, it's all no good for you.
Like,
I know that.
like
Thank
Like when
God
we-
mayo is a natural food source. Thank God.
when we do ground beef at work, we grind it fresh. Now, the lean stuff, it comes in a tube because they want to keep the chains along the same line of 92%, right?
Mm-hmm.
They want it all the same. But when we're off trims, like we got off like primal pieces, that stuff, when you grind it, and same with the other stuff, you got 2 days code on it.
Yeah.
It's only good in that package for 2 days. But then you got these other stores where it comes in already packaged for you. And if you
Right.
look at the expiry date, it says like a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So what the hell's in there?
exactly.
Nitrogen or CO2 in the package.
Yeah. Hey, Stella, that
Yeah.
chicken thing that you were talking about, if I'm not mistaken, I think KFC does chicken like that.
I was gonna say,
Well, yeah. Really? Oh, what you mean? Like they're like chicken nugget things?
Yeah, no, in general for chickens. I think KFC does that. What you just said was a microism or something.
No, they
first-
just take stem cells and just grow meat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it
first
was
they bleach all their chicken too at KFC.
kind of weird. I gotta go away for a second.
I wouldn't eat that.
she's going to puke.
Yeah,
Yeah, they bleach all their chicken over there at KFC. My
Well,
son,
back in the olden days when I worked for Camisos, that's what they used to do. They used to put a little bit of bleach in a sink
Mhm.
and put all the chicken in there and mix it all up.
Every piece of processed poultry is bleached because they're trying to control bacteria, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's the best way of doing it. Actually,
Not in Mexico. They hang them in 100-degree weather, and they're almost like a real bright color. I remember when we were in Mexico and we went through the shopping areas, and all these chickens are hanging there, and like I'm going, holy cripe! Like, and it's 100 degrees out.
And
Yeah,
the
the
flies
fly,
don't even-
you get the free fly larva.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, wait.
Wayne, did you have any of that in Mexico?
Nope. Listen, buddy, we went. I remember the trip we went. We were there for 7 days. Lori, I think, was sick for 5.
Wow.
She had chicken
Drink
and
the
shrimp,
water.
and I had a steak at the restaurant. And she just got sicker than a dog.
Mhm.
Well, that's what they say, eh? For ground
Drink
beef. I
water.
say it in all my videos. If you get a primal piece of meat, a big chunk of it, and you grind it yourself, you can cook it to 135 or 140. When you're buying stuff that's been touched by 100 people, because
Yeah.
it's the most processed food, I'm telling you, man, cook it to 165.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah.
All in the US, they eat these burgers that are like pink.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, you guys are looking for trouble, man.
Yeah, right. Hank, how do you like your burger? Medium rare?
Medium well.
Medium well.
Hey, Lloyd, what's her name? Lisa gets sworn in tomorrow. Does that mean it's like JFK and Jackie, John? You got to wear the pillbox hat and the
I wonder if John gets invited to the dinner.
Yeah, fancy pants now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll be putting the tux on.
Yeah, oh
No
yeah.
issues for me, Bruce said.
Is Brucey coming up?
Oh,
Because you know he's in
Yeah.
Mexico. That's by the way. So,
Bruce is saying no issue eating chicken over there at his place.
oh,
No,
now
I think
one
there's a
of
bit of a difference, and if you buy your meats from the local market or you buy it from the supermarket.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a guy here that lives on our street, and he always gives me farm fresh brown eggs.
Mm, yeah.
And I guess he says you don't have to refrigerate them
No,
Oh yeah.
because they got something on the egg that preserves them or something.
I mean in general, we refrigerate our eggs here too. But if you go to Southern Europe, they are out there next to the can of canned tomatoes.
no.
No, but they are. I mean, they don't refrigerate eggs. You don't have to. The only problem is if there's any salmonella on the outside, you got an issue when you bring it home, or can get an issue.
Hank will know this one. Hank, do you remember egg glass?
Egg glass?
Yeah, in the old days, they used to dip the eggs into like a
No.
liquid, and it would turn like hard, and then that would preserve the egg from the air getting through the shell into the egg.
Well, I thought
We're
if
talking
you
a long
washed,
time ago.
I thought if you washed fresh eggs, you would wash off that
Yes.
protective surface.
Correct.
Yeah, that's why when we get them, yeah. Okay.
Then
go
you
ahead.
have to refrigerate them.
I mean, unless they're really covered with poo, they're fine.
Nothing tastes better than a fresh egg. Once
Yeah.
you refrigerate it,
That's
The
all
eggs
we
that I
did.
got here, there's like
Wash it
pieces of
right
feather on
before
them.
you cook it. Wash it right before you crack it and cook it.
yeah.
Yeah,
See,
that's what
Bruce
we-
isn't eating chickens; he's eating chicken embryos.
So we get a lamb every year. So we
Okay.
get a lamb butchered, and then we hunt, of course, and we fish all the time. And then my wife's parents have a little farm with about 60 chickens on it, and that's how we get our eggs. So we do very little grocery shopping.
I got
find
an
my-
interesting story. I worked at a lamb slaughterhouse. This is pretty cool. And all the
So
heads,
far, it sounds great.
oh, no,
Yeah,
all
nothing
the
like a story about a slaughterhouse.
all the heads from the lambs had to get buried
Mm-hmm.
Why?
because they got some sort of a disease in them or
Yeah.
something.
Oh yeah.
Like mad lamb disease.
Not sure. They all got buried. We put them in a tub, and the guy would go outside in a big pit and bury them.
No kidding.
Mhm. In Mexico, they cook the lamb inside the ground too. Yep. You ever seen that?
Yeah. Hawaii
Well,
too.
For whatever reason, we just don't eat a lot of lamb here in the United States, and I think
You're
it's a
you're
shame
missing out.
because it's such a
Yeah.
Yeah, I
very
love
good-
lamb. Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
lamb
lamb's
chops.
good.
Well, you know what? Like, there's not a lot of people that actually do that process anymore. I think there's only like 3 companies like in the Niagara, Toronto area that actually do lamb now. So
Yeah, that's why lamb's so expensive.
Yummy,
Yeah.
yummy, Bruce.
Well, we get a full lamb for $250 processed and everything.
that's good.
But of
How
course,
big?
we get it every single year, so we kind of like got a
How
good
heavy is it?
person.
Bruce.
How heavy is it?
I think they're 200 pounds. Yep.
So over here we have Ontario lamb. Now Sobeys isn't allowed to carry it no more because we have to carry whatever brand they buy and bring it to the warehouse. But Ontario lamb comes in as a carcass, and man, I tell you, that's the best stuff. They're nice and small. Like,
Yeah, young lamb. Yeah.
So what's Stella's burger going to be called?
well, she wants it called the lambretta, doesn't she?
The
Exactly.
Lambretta burger?
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Maybe if it's made out of lamb, it can be lamb, Bretta. Lamb.
Hey, Bruce.
Hey,
Hey.
Bruce. Nice
I was
haircut.
going to call it the Stellinator.
Can you hear me?
No, got to be the Lambretta.
Lam,
Bruce,
Bretta.
Bretta.
Yeah.
how
Can you
are
hear
you,
me?
Bruce?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh,
got
yeah.
Great, Bruce.
Hi,
I was
Bruce.
pulling your leg.
Hi, Bruce.
I thought I felt somebody tugging on the right one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got at least.
That's just mean,
Hell, I
John.
only got 2 more questions about this carburetor.
Oh,
No, back-
Okay,
That little brass screw right there. What is that for?
that's
That's
your
the
pilot.
pilot
what
jet.
side is it on?
That's
That's
the
a
pilot
pilot
jet
jet.
cover. The pilot jet.
Yeah, pilot jet.
That comes out.
Yeah.
That comes out. You got the 2 little holes. You got to make
But
sure.
you got to be
Now
very careful.
You don't have to adjust
Now-
that. It just turns out
now-
and you turn it back in again.
Thing.
That's all.
Yeah, there is no adjustment.
Nope. Just make sure it's not clogged. It's brand new.
Yeah.
so-
Now the thing is, I'm living now. The land's pretty flat, but would I have any issues like cutting on slopes and stuff? Well,
No.
no.
No,
Yeah.
no
No,
different
That's,
than the
that's
issue
the
you have
Warbler
right now.
style, so that should be fine. You're gonna turn that on. It's gonna go right. Boom. Nice.
Yep.
The ditch is your
Yep.
friend.
Did you have
Yep,
trouble
yeah.
cutting in ditches before this?
Man.
Well, I have one customer I cut the grass for over on Bluegill, and they had a ditch. It was so steep, I had to cut
How
up
steep was
to
it?
a certain. I had to cut up to a certain point, and had to lean to one side to keep the trim side tire on the ground. But otherwise, I've never had any issues.
Well, that's
Now-
why you get your old 2-stroke lawn boy for those ditches.
I gotta interrupt, man. I ran into an old guy. He was sitting in a coffee shop and he had his arm was in a splint and had stitches all over his body. His leg had a gash in it. He rolled a lawn tractor in the ditch and it came over him.
Yeah.
This is here in Mexico?
Yeah,
Ow.
No,
Oh, okay.
Ow.
They
You're
tell
not
you
Mexico.
not to mow more
you're
than
not Mexico, Stella.
35-degree angle. If
Yeah.
you mow anything
Yeah.
steeper than that,
Yeah.
you're asking
Even
for
in my
trouble.
alley, I
And,
scared
and,
my.
if,
I
and, and if
scared
your
myself in
engine
my
doesn't
alley.
have an oil pump and you go above those 30 degrees,
Starve it out.
Yep.
Yeah, you're drying out your piston. You know,
Yeah.
the
I think
oil.
that's what happened to that classic that wouldn't get compression after 15 seconds.
Hmm.
I think somebody ran it at an angle and cooked it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got pretty steep ditches out here. The water runoff ones, you know.
Yeah.
It's got the silos inside of them. Yeah, I
Yeah.
hate mine. It's a
Don't go
constant battle.
side to side, go
how
up
to
and
get
down, up and down.
get one of those
You need a
hover,
commercial
hover
Honda with a fuel pump or a oil pump.
that oil pump.
Now, Jake was telling me that the Niagara region, which is another government-run agency in our area in Ontario, has a battery-operated lawnmower that will cut at 89 degrees.
Wow.
Now you know how it does 89. Now you know how it does it. I says there's no way. It's battery operated and it has a winch, and they can winch it to the top and pull it straight up.
Well,
Hey, Wayne, I got another joke. I'm full of them this morning. That's called a voltage drop.
Vote.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good one. I love dad jokes. They're my favorite.
We used to get the new guys to run around the telephone exchanges with a bucket and ask people if they had any, if they knew where they could find a voltage drop, and they did it. Sorry, I still have a headache.
That's like when we worked in the industry and we used to ask the young guys that just started to go over and get the skyhook.
Yes. The core structure.
Pail of steam, left-handed screwdriver.
Yeah.
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 Oh, easy.
Okay, Lefty.
Lefty. So
Except when he golfs. Except when he golfs. He's right-handed.
That's right.
Oh man, that's bad.
Yep.
See, that's just we
That's
just
just
got to
from
go
a
back
bike.
to basics, guys.
The
Gotta go
e-bikes
back
are
to
not going to
basics.
be able to go anywhere.
No.
They're not going to be able to go indoor anywhere.
No.
No.
Well, supposedly China's banning them in the big populated cities.
Yeah.
Hey, Wayne.
Yeah.
I want to put. Hey, Wayne, I want to
city
put
in
this on
China's
Facebook. Hey, I went to put this on Facebook and they took it right off.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, they don't want you to.
They don't-
wait till the,
They don't
till
want
the
you to know anything that's
manufacturer
real.
comes out.
They don't want you to know anything that is the popular political thing to push forward.
Yeah.
Well, basically, the EVs, the electric vehicles that are out there, are having 80% more problems than fuel operated equipment, according to what's been posted. And then you watch some of these guys. There's some channels. There's one guy in the UK that has a good channel all about his EV. And he goes through how much it costs him to get his standard maintenance done. And
Yeah.
it's astronomical. He says he's not saving any money.
Can I say something about the batteries in the EVs? I still think they're using like round cells with hundreds of them in series to get it up
Yeah.
to the right voltage and then paralleling the cells together after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Likely doing it.
In the telephone exchanges, we had big batteries, 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet tall, and they were 2 volts each with 24 of them strapped together in series to make 50 volts. Why would they take and put 250 batteries in series? They're just little freaking flashlight batteries. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Maybe it's weight distribution. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
these
I think everyone seems to think in this fast-moving world we live in. You got to think in terms of, the combustion engine and how many over 100 years we've been into this. We're just in the infancy of any of this electric battery power stuff. It's just
110 years ago, they put 4 people in a car,
right.
and you still put 4 people in a car. We can put 380 people in an airplane and go 700 kilometers an hour, but we can still only put 4 people in a car.
Yeah,
I
that's
can
a good
say-
point.
Like, does this mean that like they're going to do like, which I find it really hard to understand, like electric ships and electric helicopters and electric tanks? Like,
We
They're going to
got
go high. They're going to go hydrogen.
We already have the electric helicopters. The problem is, range and everything else. But
And weight.
we have some of the small
Hydrogen, I
carriers
think, is
that
gonna
goes-
be the
that
answer
goes
for-
between some of the
But I don't
small
think I
islands.
would trust an
They have
electric.
both either hybrid or electric.
I don't think I'd trust an electric air vehicle. Any kind of vehicle in the air with electric, I wouldn't trust it.
Hydrogen.
The next thing is going to be magnetism.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
like
I
the
think- I think-
railroad.
I think somebody will come up with an idea of creating a capacitor that can store enough energy and can be charged in a split second.
Yeah.
The
the
Earth.
flux capacitor.
Not that one. Not
Back
that
to
one.
the future.
Put the banana peels in there.
Yeah.
The flux capacitor flying at 80.2 miles an hour through the air, and we'll hit the plug. It'll blow apart, and we'll be back to the future.
Roads. We don't need roads.
Bananas, $500 for one.
Yeah, that's what'll happen, Hank. Exactly right.
Exactly, Hank.
If you could power something up with bananas, they'll raise the price of bananas.
Yeah.
Buy stocks in bananas.
Yeah.
You're gonna have platinum
Nah,
bananas. Yeah,
I don't buy stock in anything.
Nah,
know.
what you do is
Scary.
you,
don't trust.
you get a what you do is you get a car that runs off methane gas.
Yeah, ethane or hydrogen.
They got them.
We're making hydrogen out here in Alberta now.
Oh yeah.
And they took the 7 buses in Edmonton that were electric. They're taking them off the road.
Making them hydrogen.
Too hard to run them. No, these were just electrics, and they
Yeah.
took them off. They were breaking
Wow.
down buses in the middle of a freeway with no voltage for the engines.
Well, I mean, like it's probably like, was this happening when it was like minus 20 out, or was it happening like in the summertime?
all the time. All
Wow.
Nah, was it? I
So,
remember when it.
the time. And it's the old mayors, two mayors ago that started that project.
Yeah. I remember when Atlanta decided to do like San Francisco, had the electric streetcar. I'm like, you got to be joking. Now,
The overhead
Now-
wires with the brushless works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Now,
always
they-
work. They didn't have issues with those.
that's the thing. Now the thing is, with San Francisco, the streetcar's going down the hill, but then it's like, how you gonna get it back up the hill? And what? Oh, in New Orleans they have electric streetcars. I'm like, well, New Orleans is flat, but still. But San Francisco, you going down the hill, you gotta have good braking system.
Oh,
Like,
San
we gotta go back up the hill. It's like, yeah, you better have chain drive.
Then
Gonna
you
pull
gotta
it back up. Now I watched a guy on YouTube, Clemens Lawn Care. He knew a guy. He talked to him. He had an electric tractor trailer rig. He could only do 300 miles. Then he had to go home and get another one. Do 300 more miles.
Just
Then go
stupid.
home and then had to go
Stupid,
back and get another one. I'm like,
Yeah.
you got-
Hopefully it wasn't hauling lettuce.
yeah. Oh, and was it? One of these dump truck companies is making an electric dump truck. I'm like,
They
electric
have
dump
they,
truck.
they have them here. Where
Yeah.
I live. Yeah.
No,
they
was
say,
it?
they
Now,
say it works pretty well because they don't do a whole lot of mileage. They do
Yeah.
few stops, and it can run for a shift. And then it goes back and gets charged for the next day.
now was it? Oh yeah, they had some of them big drag lines that had to run off voltage, and they got to the point. Yeah, well, they'd have to have such a big, thick electrical cord. Like, oh, where's your generating plant at? Oh, it's about 10 miles back down the road. Like, yeah, sorry.
Good one, Hester.
Yeah.
So-
It's a good one.
Yeah.
So, Claus.
Yeah.
You see, you had electric dump trucks or garbage trucks.
Yep.
Now, since like an electric bike will blow up and like left in the subway, this thing goes in front of your house and decides to blow up. Is it going to blow up your house?
I don't know.
I hope not.
I mean, it's like going. It's like stepping onto an airplane and saying, "What happens if pigeons cut out in the middle of the Atlantic?" Well, you're dead.
It would slow down and it would stay up there all damn day.
Yeah, they rarely do, John. Here,
Brock laughs at everything.
I think sometimes when I'm not a big fan of EVs. I'm not, but I think we only hear the bad things. I mean, you still have gas cars and diesel cars that catches on fire. You still have trucks that catches on fire that runs on diesel. You still have yeah. And I mean,
Yeah,
if that
they
thing
show
decides to
big-
burn, it's not going to explode, but it's going to burn hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, was it? They say there's 2 ways to tell how diesel engines being fueled if it runs away. They say if it's a certain color smoke, you can try to cover up the air intake, but if it's oil
I
fire,
think a runaway diesels is, of course, it can happen. If you got a worn engine or if it's a 2-stroke diesel, it that can happen. But nobody drives 2-stroke diesels anymore.
We
No.
have
nope.
a lot of gas and oil out here in Alberta, and all of the big machines, they all have the positive shutoffs on the diesels.
Yeah.
Because
Scott, did you put them in a blender first? What did you do?
No, Scotty's nieces were only 10 years old.
Don't
Like-
encourage him, Kenny.
I'm just saying, was that like a blender or what do you use?
Nah, we had tractor rigs. Yeah, we had tractor rigs that would show up at work, and they were big companies. After a while, the engine was shut off. There was, wasn't allowed to idle. So, oh yeah, and speaking of idling, there's a guy on YouTube. He got these police vehicles that got these Hemi engines in them, and some of these Hemi engines don't like sitting there idling. That stalled the certain part of the engine old, and they're like, oh, you gotta replace the camshaft. Like, say,
Yeah.
what? Yeah, you sitting there
Yeah,
idling.
exactly. So I got a Hemi, and I try not to let it stall too much
Yep.
or idle too much. It's not good
Yeah,
for it.
yeah,
They
like I
still
said,
make
these-
two-stroke diesels, Scott? I wonder.
They don't. They can't pass emissions.
No.
what it? I think we had a Ford. It was a 1988 F800 at work on a real cold day. They fired up. The warehouse would be closed up, but that thing would billow out white smoke. And I'm like, would y'all please hurry up and get that thing out of here? It had a Detroit in it. I don't know if it was a Detroit 2-stroke or a Detroit 4-stroke, but that thing was smoking. It's like, come on,
Man,
get that
that's-
thing out of here. That darn
That
it.
F800 is a workhorse, though, man. You can beat
Yeah.
that thing to death. You won't never die.
Diesel.
And they
mechanic.
showed videos of Norfolk Southern rail locomotives going down the track. You see black smoke billowing out. I'm like, oh boy, that one's going to cost a fortune. There's somewhere in Pennsylvania they send them to get them rebuilt. They had to go in there and tear that engine completely down, clean it up, rebuild it. But the pistons and them things, I'm like, Matty. I think them pistons and them things about as tall as I am, but you talk about heavy. I'm like, yeah, I got to tear this engine down. But now it's like, yeah, pretty soon California, like, we don't allow diesel powered locomotives here anymore. Like, well, how you expect the thing to go grade? They got darn, depending on the steepness of the track, them things will sit there and slip. They have to throw sand out in front of them just to get some grip.
Get that grip going.
Guys, I gotta run.
Uh-oh.
Happy New Year.
Happy
Happy
New
New
Year.
Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye, Stella.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that would hurt us because CN Rail up here in Canada bought Kansas City Rail in the States. So we have a combined line all the way from Canada all the way down to Mexico. The largest railway company in North America. And then some little Canadian company starts up like that.
And we could have had the Keystone Pipeline too, Bruce.
Well, I think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I guarantee it's going to happen.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Canada, somewhere between Wayne and Bruce, they that video that
That's all of Canada.
Yeah.
That's all.
Half of it,
song,
Bruce.
that song, Life Was a Highway by Tom Cochran. I looked that up. They filmed that in the Badlands of Canada. I mean,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's an hour and a half from my house.
Yeah.
No way.
Drumheller.
So have you
Oh,
ever
yeah.
gone out digging for dinosaur fossils, Bruce?
No, but I've been to the museum.
Because there's lots there in the Badlands, right?
Yeah, there is. Yep.
Yeah.
They just found another oddball one here a couple months ago. Something that they'd never seen before.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if the biggest Tyrannosaurus Rex might have come
Yeah.
out of the Badlands.
That's right.
Yeah.
The only time I was in Edmonton is I was working for a moving company, and we were moving stuff from Ontario to Edmonton and Edmonton to Winnipeg. And I remember staying for a month in a tractor trailer on the top bunk at the Super 8.
Good God.
A month?
A month. We were doing work there, back and forth, Winnipeg, Edmonton.
So you spent a year there 1 month.
No, 1
It's a
month.
joke.
Yeah.
I was on the road for 34 years, you guys, in the prairies.
Wow. That's when you see your dog run away and you can see him still in about 3 days.
3 days.
And now I'll do a Bruce Pender video. On the road again. Little tune for you there, Brucey boy.
On the road again.
Little mower on the prairie.
Yeah, little mower on the prairie. That'd be a good video. Right.
Just can't wait to get on the road again.
Catchy tune, eh?
I won't sing anymore, Ken. We'll get you zapped.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
No,
pretty
we can't.
impressed with the Edmonton Mall, though.
Oh, you know what though? When we go there, like once every 9 or 10 years, after you go through a third of the mall, there's another jean store and another,
Yeah.
Lululemon.
Repetitive.
It's three malls just jammed into one. It's so big though, you don't have to.
Does it still have a hockey rink in it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of Canada, they got this company out there called Cabin Truckers. They move houses. I'm like, them guys. The lowest price house I think was $74,000. That's buying a house and moving it. I'm like,
Moving it.
shh.
That's
like,
cheap.
Oh, I said they have to go out there, dig the basement for it. Then them guys got it, and they only have a certain amount of time to get that house from point A to point B, and then they got to get it set on the basement. That last one, I think they got caught in an ice storm and stuff. I'm like, house moving around here. I don't think we get moved around here to mobile homes.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as heat goes, Putnam County, no natural gas. So you either propane or electric.
Right. Well, you couldn't afford
You
electric.
gotta take all the
I'll be right back.
hydro down. You gotta move all those lines out of the road so the house can get through.
Well, they they call the power company and they had to come out there and raise them lines. And there was one time they was 2 inches too tall. The house was 2 inches too tall. They could have lowered it a little bit and cleared it, but I'm like, some of the places they move these houses from, they go in. There's one house they thought it was gonna lift. They had to go back up under the kitchen. Had an actual concrete floor. I'm like, ooh, that's gonna be a fun job having a jackhammer all that stuff out.
Man.
But that truck, that guy drives that hauls that house, they give these houses the 70 ton, 50 ton. I'm like, good God, man. Ooh.
And they got those big railroad ties, right? That they kind of, and then they
And let me just answer this real quick. If it's old gas from last year and it's not turned to gelatin, maybe I would drop the float bowl first just to see what's in there, because the past couple days I've been taking carbs apart that haven't been started in a year. And they're gelatin.
I think Jeff was screwing with us because since we went into a new year, how about the old gas?
Yeah, I think he was
new word for the small engine repair community: jellified.
Jellified, yeah.
Jellified carburetor.
Yeah.
Mine's going to be like that this year.
Yeah. What you working on?
Oh, I've got a Briggs and Stratton with a Victor base.
Oh.
Yeah. But yours is a quantum though. That should be okay.
Yeah, so Quantum 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good motor actually. I'm going to try use synthetic fuel.
Oh.
See what it's like.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm going to do a video on it and test it out.
No, y'all see Terrell's new video talking about oil filters on lawnmower engines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
we say if they
away
put
with
them on there, they're on there for a reason, right, Close?
Yeah. But he talked about the pressure. Yeah, he likes the pressure. He likes the pressure system, but just do away with the old filter. Do away with the old filter. I'm like, oh, and some of these cars now, instead of a metal oil filter under the engine, they got a paper filter. You just replace the paper part. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Well, that's what's inside a cartridge. That's paper filter too.
All motorcycles are like that usually.
Yeah.
Hey, Wayne, I'm going to be using my ethanol tester tomorrow.
Well, I hope so. What'd you buy it for if you're not going to use it?
I'm going to try it tomorrow. Well, I've never had one. So,
So you're going to test the fuel you've been buying.
Yeah.
Where you've been
I'm gonna-
buying it from.
Canadian
hour.
Tire 91. I'm gonna see if it has ethanol in it.
Yeah, it's going to have ethanol in it now.
Half an hour later, Chubby Butcher will be back at the Shell station going, I'd like to return this.
No, the Shell's got 5 to 6.
Oh,
and it's
jellified.
3.
Well, you said, Wayne, if it's an Esso truck, no ethanol. If it's a golf truck,
No, Shell. If it's a Shell, he told the manager of Canadian Tire told me that if he strictly gets Esso tankers in, it'll be no ethanol. But if a Shell comes in, the 91's going to have ethanol in it. So then it'll blend in with the Esso that he's got in there. So basically it's going to have some ethanol. But he also just told me that he thinks within a short period of time, even the Esso 91 will have ethanol in it.
wow.
Oh yeah, and they talked about damn when you go to some gas stations, you
No, but
got
I mean-
three different grades of gas, but you only got one nozzle. So you
But I
getting
mean,
a third
we-
of it.
Yeah, exactly.
We can curse that ethanol from now until
Yeah.
end of time.
Yeah.
But if you maintained your lawn equipment like you're supposed to,
Yeah.
that ethanol will never be a problem.
No, you're right. You can use 87, 10% all
Yeah,
year round, but when you're storing it,
Uh-huh.
either run it dry and clean that bowl out
Yeah,
because
just do
there's
what
still
you-
ethanol fuel in there.
Well, Wayne, that's okay for us, but a normal person having that equipment, they don't care.
No, they don't. Well, that's why
No,
we're
they-
selling
no.
a lot of the canned alkylate fuel now
Yeah.
for storage.
Or
Well,
a new
without
carburetor.
ethanol, I wouldn't have a show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So no, I think when we're dissing the ethanol, and we should. It does nothing good for
Oh.
gasoline. It does something good for something else, probably, but not for gasoline. But if people would maintain their equipment as per the owner's manual,
Yeah.
ethanol is not going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. Comes
Yeah,
with a book
well-
for a reason, I tell people.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
A
yeah,
lot of them, but you read a lot of the manuals. A lot of the manuals tell you to use a stabilizer, which Terrell's video showed that you still get the jellification, another word for you. You still get that ethanol breakdown if there's ethanol in the fuel.
But
Yeah.
I,
You know.
I use a fuel stabilizer in all my shop fuel.
Yep.
And it says right there on the can that it'll make the fuel good for 12 months.
Yeah.
Not 13 months, not 16 months. And no, you can't put it into old fuel and think everything is happy.
Yeah.
My own personal mower, it runs 45 hours a year
Yeah.
per season. It's a Honda. I only use the shop gas, regular gas. It's got 5% ethanol in it and stabilizer. I have never found water in the bowl ever.
I like catching them. I like to catch the customer in a lie where you clean the tank out, the carburetor out, and you tell them, you send them off and you say, do you have fuel at home? And they say, yeah. I go, don't use that. Start fresh. Get another jerry can at maybe 5 liters. Use that up. What they're doing is they're using the old gas. And then they're bringing it back to me and they're like, oh, this thing's not running. I go, did you use your gas? They say, no, I drained the bottom of the bowl and there it is. Water in it.
Yep.
Yep.
That's just rinse, lather, repeat. It's
But
gonna
I
cost-
tell them that only buy 5 or 10 liters at a time. They don't need to be buying 20 liters at a time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
a big problem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
they
dad
buy
does
too
that.
much.
I was like,
Unless you live in Edmonton and you're going to use your snow blower like for the whole year, then yeah, buy 20 liters of it because you're going to use it.
It's just
What
like
I
My
used
dad
to- what I
does that.
used
He
to- what I
buys
used to
them.
tell people is at the beginning of the season, just dump the gas into your gas car
Yeah.
and be done with it,
Yep.
and then go get fresh because
Yeah.
there will be water at the bottom of your fuel can. It's as simple as that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and
Now,
I
it
got
does
was-
any-
gallon of fuel in my
Anybody
garden shed.
remember the ethanol fuel that Terrell was using in his video? Was that VP Racing?
One of-
an
Yeah, it
ethanol
was.
fuel?
Yeah.
One of them was, yeah.
Yeah, that was the no ethanol. All the rest had 10% in it.
Yeah.
now the thing is though, you got somebody would say Beechcraft airplane that uses gasoline. My uncle used to have a Cessna And this is back in the day, but now it's like that. But that airplane gasoline,
There's
the
no ethanol
octane
in,
rate
in
on that.
avgas. There's no ethanol in
Yeah.
avgas.
No,
Yeah,
and it's
because
high
they
octane.
say-
And it's
So,
The thing
anyways,
is
what I
they-
wanted to say about the VP is anybody seen how dirty the VP no ethanol canned fuel burns?
Mm-mm.
No, but I think I've said it before. You guys, to some extent, are getting screwed over big time by VP, by True Fuel, because they're just
Yep.
selling you regular
Yeah.
gasoline without ethanol, and they're
Yeah.
charging you a fortune for it.
Correct. But you
It's
get
just
the
like-
alkylate fuel, and
That's different.
that's
Alkylate fuel
different.
is
Correct.
That's different. I mean, you've got your Gulf,
100%
you've got your
correct.
Aspen, and your Moto Mix, and all that stuff. That's alkylate. That's a different game.
Yeah.
But all the others, they're screwing you over big time.
And it tastes good too.
That is,
That's right, Hank.
you gotta let off the sauce, Hank. It's not good for you.
You know what? You know what I find really amazing? Hank's the only guy I know has Aspen inside the house. This ain't the shop. It's-
You just
I
have
think he's
that
got,
randomly,
I think
like
he's
right
got
beside
whiskey
you.
in there. I think
Hey,
he's
hey,
got
you
whiskey
taking your
in
work
there.
home with you, buddy?
It's just like, was it? I know a guy, he has a Walker mower, and the engine on this mower is EFI. I'm like, ooh, boy. So the shop's got like, yeah, y'all got to have that computer, just like the steel chainsaws with the EFI. You got to have that computer to read it.
Wait until he tries to get it fixed. He might not be able to find somebody other than the dealer that's got the equipment to diagnose it. And wait until he gets the price of all those modules, like $285 for this. Next thing you know, he could have bought the non-EFI for the price he paid for the parts to fix that one.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yep. It just wasn't. There's another guy I follow, Blades of Grass. Steel now is starting to sell their gasoline powered push motors over here. I'm like, what?
Yeah, they got the little cola engines on them. They're pretty good.
Yeah. I'm just still waiting to see people do video reviews on this Steel ZTR motor made by Ferris, who is owned by Briggs & Stratton, who is now owned by somebody else because Briggs & Stratton got a little too greedy, and now they're paying for it. So, yeah. And what it? I heard that Husqvarna bought out Red Max. So anybody with a Red Max piece of equipment, you better hope Husqvarna like, yeah, oh, we're going to quit making Red Max. Be like, say what?
But
I love Red Max.
Husqvarna has owned Red Max for a long time.
Yeah, well, Husqvarna decided to buy them out. I looked it up, and I'm like, my brother-in-law has a Red Max backpack blower.
Yeah.
And I forgot to celebrate my damn 26-year anniversary on my Steel BR 400 last month.
Oh, happy
26
anniversary.
Yeah, 26 years. She's still running. BR 400.
Brucey, you having trouble or what?
Yeah. I went to a dealership in Griffin that
We'll see.
sold steel equipment. I said, yeah, I would like a Steel BR 400. Yeah, okay. $428 later, boom, there she is. But now, like, oh yeah, and that Video Terror did a certain steel blowers, backpacks. Some have issues because of certain part, and if you use the wrong gas oil mix, oops.
Yep. The 4MX engines, they don't like to be overfed with oil.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, Claus, I got a question for you.
I'll see if I
when
have an
when I
answer.
put my boat away, I fill up my both tanks up. They're steel tanks. I fill them right up, and then I put a stabilizer, and I usually put 91 in it.
Yeah.
Now I fill them straight up, so there's no air in there at all.
Yeah.
And then in the spring, they actually sits for about 6 or 7 months. I put another fuel stabilizer in it. I run both tanks halfway down, and then I replenish it with proper fuel.
Mhm.
Now, a lot of people don't put their gas at all. They run the tanks dry.
Yeah.
So is there a secret to that? Do you have to keep it full, or should you run it empty?
I would always say to empty them if you can. I mean,
Yeah.
and if you're afraid of getting rust in there, throw a little WD-40 in there, slush it around.
Yeah.
Um,
Or
The reason-
alcohol.
the
Alcohol
reason-
dries it up.
Yeah, that the reason for it, John, is that ethanol can it attracts water from the
It's
air.
hydroscopic.
Yeah, and so just by pouring it into your tank, you're introducing air into it.
Yeah.
And then there'll be water there, and also a metal tank tend to condensate more in relation to heat and cold.
Well,
Yeah.
So personally, I would dry them out and then get fresh fuel in the spring.
Okay.
That's
That
my
was
idea.
my next thing. Was it a metal tank or a plastic tank?
Yeah.
Metal.
Metal, yeah.
yeah, my car has a
Oh,
metal
yeah.
tank, so I need to drain the tank.
No,
Yeah.
not a car. Car is
No.
sealed.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
Cortina's got a metal fuel tank.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but-
it's sealed. It's a sealed unit. All the lawnmowers and everything else have a little air coming in
Yeah.
through the gas
Ah.
cap or through the side, or some kind of
And
vent
also-
cap they have.
And also boats. I mean, they're in an environment where, well, they
Yeah.
are close to water, aren't they?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
For the one.
Those.
The
but
light.
those
that's
metal
what I would do, John. I mean, but if the other procedure you talked about, if that works for you,
What it actually has been working, but when I started up, I launched a boat, started up. It is pretty choppy for a bit. Like I don't want to put it in reverse yet. Just
Yeah.
kind of let it run and then take the choke off it, let it run, try to, warm it up a bit. I think for the first little bit, it's running like crapola, but
don't you think that's the fuel that's in the bowl of the carburetor?
Yeah, exactly what it is.
yeah,
But
So
that's
what I
not-
do
Yeah.
is I run it and then I spray the fogging oil until it completely stalls out, and then I seal everything up. That's what I
Okay.
do. Yep.
Yeah,
I
there's
know
a
a guy.
and if you have gas left in your tank, what you do is siphon it out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's what I do with my boat. I run it, I run it out of gas, and then I take the spark plugs out. I throw some
Yourself.
fog in it, and then I crank it a couple times so it starts a little bit, and then it won't start no more, and that's it.
Yep. Yeah.
I just thought
That's
that's
a good jam.
Here, I have a couple of friends that have boats with outboard engines on them, and when they winterize them, they actually buy a can of Aspen fuel with oil in it, 50-1 mix.
Yeah.
And even though it's a 4-stroke boat motor, they empty the tanks and then they stick the fuel suction thing into that can and let it run until it starts to smoke a little bit and shut it off, and that's it.
Yeah. That's it.
Good idea.
That's what they
Nah.
do.
Nah.
As long as
That
you
one
have
guy.
that coating, as long as you have that coating on there, for some reason it doesn't get past it. For some reason, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just doesn't do it.
Nah.
I didn't ask.
Nah.
I just do it every time, and it just
Works.
Robert, you said you got a 26-year-old piece of equipment. Wait till the video comes out this summer on our Han Eclipse made in 1963.
no.
Ain't-
Runs
Hey,
like a clock.
hey,
gotta be
Finally,
on.
something that's older than me.
hey,
You know?
that piece of equipment is the age that me and Ken all. Mm.
I don't even think this engine's got any carbon buildup inside of it.
Man.
Yeah.
I'll have to take an
But,
endoscope and look in at the piston.
But now I know a guy, he has a Stratus that has a Yamaha engine on it, that's EFI. But the thing is, he doesn't live here. He lives in Spalding County, Georgia. In Spalding County, they only have 2 gas stations that sell ethanol-free gas. But here in Putnam County, anything, the one store I used to go to, they have 2 sets of pumps, one at the store and one on the lake. The pumps on the lake, you talk about expensive, but they have the ethanol-free gas in them. So, but
So
they
they
draw
say.
from the tank.
So they
Yeah,
say.
well, yeah. But like I said, I know another guy, he has a Bass Tracker, and that has a 4-stroke engine on it. So he has to change out the oil like you do a regular lawnmower. And I know a guy, he's got a Briggs & Stratton outboard motor, 5 horse. Thing looks just like a lawnmower engine on top.
It is.
Bruce is right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's correct, Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce is right.
All those
Or,
times I used
or a fish store like we have down the street called Miners Fisheries that goes out and catches the fish. It's cheaper than paying for the fuel, T-Bone.
I know, but Wayne, it's nice being out there, brother.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have a boat, used to go fishing, used
I
to
could
love it.
I could care less if I catch a fish. I mean, it's a bonus if you do, but I just like kind of like, it's
Yeah.
awesome.
Stella's right too. Better to know somebody that's got a chainsaw than own one.
Yeah.
Right?
But I tell you, I do these trips where we go up French River, and I used to go with a guy that had his own boat, and he'd always say it's a lot of work going up there because you got to grab everything, you got to have your boat, you got to be running tip top, you're taking your truck, and you're driving 7 hours for a week.
Yes.
And now I know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
I always say it's like being a mobile mechanic. You ain't got it on the boat. You ain't got it.
Yeah. And then I got, you're picking
Oh,
up
yeah.
you're picking up somebody, and they just got their little backpack and their fishing rod, and they're jumping in the truck, and I'm like, wow, I remember those days.
Nah. And the other thing about boat, other thing about boat motors here at Lake Sinclair, some people just leave the foot in the water, and then they wonder, why is this thing not pumping water through it? Well, your damn inlets on your foot are clogged up because this lake is so nasty. It's like, it wasn't. Now, one time we took a damn freshwater outboard in salt water. Luckily, back then we had them muffs that you put on the inlets to flush all that out. I'm like,
Flush it
yeah,
out.
salt water. Yeah,
Where's Lake St. Clair? Is that in Detroit?
nah,
No.
down here in Putnam County, Georgia, Eatonton.
Georgia.
What's that? What's
Yeah.
that lake or river in near Detroit? It's good for muskie, Wayne.
Good for muskie.
buddy.
You mean the Huron?
No, I thought it was like what he just said, but it was down this way.
Well, the best place for muskie.
I think it's
fish-
Lake St. Clair or River St. Clair.
I don't know.
I read,
best
I read,
place-
I read
Niagara
somewhere
River's
that
best
Canada has
for muskie.
60% of all the freshwater lakes in the world. So you guys may be here a while until you
Around
figure
Grand
out.
I'm from
Island.
I'm from Detroit.
Say that again, Claus.
I said I read somewhere that Canada has 60% of the world's freshwater lakes.
Yep, it's true.
So it might be a while before you find the right one.
Yeah. Well, I think I've pretty much covered maybe just 60% of them. So
It was like, was it
The
that
best-
lake that the Edmund? Yeah, it's just like that lake that the Edmund Fitzgerald went down in.
yeah, that's Lake Erie. That's our lake. That's what I'm on.
Yeah.
Lake Superior, no?
Oh no, yeah, no, yeah, it is Lake Superior.
Yeah,
So-
like I said,
Stompin'
Somebody
Tom
didn't do it.
Connor's favorite song.
yep. Nah, the thing was, somebody didn't do the job right, closing all them hatches. Plus, that ship, what they say, 26,000 tons, fully loaded.
Those waves
Oh my-
that day, buddy, were like, you see my last video how big those boats are, and I did a tribute to the Welland Canal.
Hey, mate.
But if you see how big those boats are, and you have them waves that are crashing over the top of it, man, that are big waves, man.
Yep. Nah, that I said, and people were going down there trying to find the Edmund Fitzgerald, and people said, just leave it alone. Leave it alone. So what is it, every November they have that maritime thing where they ring the bell for each member of that boat,
Yeah.
of that ship. Now I'm like,
Well, I think
Yeah.
they're going to leave the Titanic alone now.
oh yeah, that
They
guy.
learned their lesson. I think time to just tell everybody, stay away, don't go down there anymore.
Yep.
Yeah,
Now they're going to
that
be doing
guy-
trips to the moon.
Just somebody else comes
Yeah,
up with
me and
a.
Hank, we booked
Certain-
tickets on that. We're going to the moon first.
Yep.
Yeah,
because
that's all
they're
that'll
part-
fit in the spacecraft because we're both pushing around my weight.
$50,000 each. That holds 4 to the moon.
Yeah, that guy that went down in that sub he thought was gonna hold up, he charged them people 250,000 apiece. And that one guy's son, he didn't want to go, but dad said, "No, you're going."
Yeah.
Just because you got money, don't mean you got brains. Yeah.
The day I get the craving to go to the moon, can one of you just slap me silly for a couple?
I
of
won't even go on a cruise because where they cruise, there's sharks, and I don't like sharks. I don't like snakes, and I don't want to be eaten by a fish. Remember that.
You like to eat the fish, not get eaten by the fish.
Hey, Wayne,
no sharks.
Hey Wayne, when I'm up north in the French River and you can't see crapola because you can't see 2 inches down because it's block water.
Yeah.
And you're out there and you're swimming and you feel something kind of go by your foot.
Yeah.
There's like 60-inch muskie there, eh?
No, it's a snapping turtle looking for the soft parts.
Yeah. they're looking for the little twistler.
Yeah.
Damn. What
So I'm on my third day of those shots that I got. So,
oh yeah, your epidermals or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Yeah.
I should not let him get it.
Getting the shot or the feeling after the shot.
The feeling after the shot.
It's not doing anything.
No, well, it's worse now. So I'm
no
like,
kidding.
I'm kind of thinking that I shouldn't have not let him mess with it, you know. But,
Too bad. Yes.
But I'm hanging in there.
Okay.
Hi, Lori.
Hi.
Say hello to everybody. Come up here. Say hello. No, you got to show your face. Yeah, no, you look nice. Look
Come on, Lori.
Stephanie came on.
Lori.
You got to come over here and say hello. No, come on.
Come on.
Ask me another question about the ham. Come here.
We don't bite.
Yeah, we don't bite.
We don't bite much.
Come on.
Okay.
Happy New Year.
She says Happy New Year and Christmas. Jake's feeling better. He's actually we're having turkey today. So this is
very cool.
We get to open our presents in 2024. So
very cool.
How much does he lose? 15 pounds?
She won't. Who? Oh, he likely. Yeah, I'm guessing he likely dropped 15 easy. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he was at like 210 or something. He's likely below 190. Like he's likely 190, 195 maybe.
I had the so-called vid last winter at Christmas time. Was the disaster. Couldn't taste nothing. I couldn't taste nothing till probably like July, where I could get my taste buds back. But I was a disaster for the holidays. Never forget it.
Yeah, the vid will check you out, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
Anyways, guys, I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys later. Okay.
Okay. Happy New Year, Chubb.
Happy New Year.
Dirt Rider says I'm too old to be eaten by a shark. Sharks don't like us old guys, Hank.
No.
They're only going for the young stuff.
Yeah.
They take a nibble. Forget it.
Yeah.
That one tastes like gravy. You know.
Yeah.
And it's weird. I just watched the movie Great White last night. I said, all right, another good shark movie. I love watching shark movies, but I ain't going in any water where the sharks are.
Nope.
Nah.
Jaws number one is still my favorite.
Yeah, the
And
original Jaws was the best.
Yeah, they're coming up the fresh water like Connecticut River. They're coming up the river. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them. They're in the St. Lawrence too, in the St. Lawrence Seaway. Yeah.
Wow.
Nah.
And normally bull sharks don't attack people, and now supposedly some of the bull sharks in the fresh water have attacked people that were swimming.
Yeah.
And normally
you look like lunch.
Nah.
I mean,
yeah, you're hungry, right?
You look like a turtle. Everything looks like turtle. Just like everything looks like chicken to us, everything looks like a turtle to them.
Kenny, thanks for another live. I got to hit the road, hit the shower, and have Christmas dinner.
All right.
And then I got to go out and shop and weld again. Take care.
Tell Jake.
Will do.
Yep.
Nah, I went swimming in the Flint River here in Georgia one time. Well, months later, we go to this taxidermy place, and I look on the wall, and I'm like, "What the fool is that? Ugly fish." They saw it was a piranha. I said, "Where'd they catch that?" The Flint River. I'm like, "Say what?" Oh, no, not going back in that river. Nope.
So, what part of Georgia are you in?
I'm in kind of central Georgia.
Yeah, my wife and I used to have a shop in Atlanta years ago.
Yeah.
Diesel
Yeah.
repair.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're considered lake country. There's one TV station in Atlanta that covers the lakes, the amount of water in them.
So we lived
had
in so we lived in Temple. You know where Temple is?
I can look it up.
By Villa Rica. You know Villa Rica?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But we had a power plant here, Plant Harley Branch. Well, ever since they made everybody quit using coal to fire up your damn steam-driven turbines, they had to tear that one down. We had one of the world's tallest smokestacks that this company called CDI had to blow up. That smokestack was 1,007 foot tall.
Wow!
It was solid. It was concrete. That thing, I was damn mighty. They said it shook the ground when it hit. I wasn't here. I was living in Griffin, but I'm like, good God.
Griffin, Georgia,
yeah. Like I said, the only thing we have here now is Wallace Dam, which is a hydroelectric supplemental power plant. Nope.
Oh, well, what about that one? Tell the people in the chat about, that, what was that river that had a whole city underneath it? I remember we used to go there. What was it called again in Georgia? I forget what it was called. It flooded. What was that?
What?
That river that flooded with the town underneath it in Georgia.
Lake Lanier.
Lake Lanier? Yeah, Lake Lanier. Yeah, the whole entire city it's underwater. So you can the telephone poles and the houses and the cars, everything's still there. Yeah. The entire place is underwater.
Yeah. Nah, I've been to Lake Lanier. I've been to West Point Lake, and they said West Point, there was part of the lake that belonged to Georgia and the other part that belonged to Alabama.
Alabama, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
They said, but you didn't want to eat the fish out of that lake.
No.
They had yeah. Well,
yeah,
the thing was, then there's Lake Altoona, then there's Hartwell. There's one of the lakes that we share with South Carolina. But most of us, we have Lake Sinclair and Lake Oconee.
There's one point where we used to go, there's like 3 or 4 different states right there on the, like at a point that all goes on to one point. I forget what it was. This has been a long time. My kids were in diapers when we lived there and ran that shop.
Yeah, because that thing is trying to damn think.
It's Georgia, Alabama,
and think Florida,
Tennessee.
Yeah, there's because part of Florida is right up under Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I'm trying to think. Yeah, because a lot of people go down to the Gulf, and they had to go through Alabama and stuff.
Here, Bruce.
To get that. Yeah.
Hey, Bruce.
Hey, Bruce.
Yeah, it's just like I said, there's so many. And the thing about power plants now is like, let's go wind power. That same company, CDI, they had to go out there and take all them wind turbines down because sometimes the wind gets too strong. They don't have a good braking system on them blades. Yeah, because the only thing left is hydro or nuclear, and it's got to the point a nuclear power plant. Every time you think you got everything in line, Nuclear Regulatory Commission comes in. You got to do this now. I'm like, there goes the cost. My daddy worked at the nuclear power plant in Baxley, Georgia. And they went in the room where they kept the rods. There's one guy went in, they had to bring him back out. He couldn't tolerate the heat because all the protective clothing you had to wear.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
So we used to have to do mobile repair at what's called the Fermi here in Michigan. And literally, like, you come out of there and your front of your face would just be so numb, and your tongue, you would barely be able to talk. You have to kind of like or so afterwards. And I told him, I said, listen, we're not going back in there. We're not doing that.
Nope.
I said,
yeah, we're not too far from Lake Juliet, which has a power plant that Jacksonville Electric Authority bought. But I'm like, it's just, Now, was it? I think it was 2021. It was on a Saturday. It was March. I had this guy take me to the shop to pick a piece of equipment up. It was foggy on the lake, but you could see. We came back across the bridge. You couldn't even see the water. It was that foggy. I'm like, good God, I'm mad about living in San Francisco when the damn fog rolls in. It's like, oh, where's the water at? So anybody out there on that lake that day, yeah, you just better sit still till that fog burns off. I have never seen that much fog in my life.
can you get any snow?
No, it's some flurries last night, but it was gone. It was gone. It's supposed to get cold, what, next week, Hank?
Yeah, next Wednesday we're supposed to get a little.
Yeah.
I got to check Hank's video out. I just seen it go across my screen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I watched that video of James Condon did, that old generator.
Oh, yeah, the red one?
Yeah, I was like,
the gas tank from hell.
Man, I commented on it. I said, man, I knew you were going to have your work cut out for you right there. That was crazy.
Yeah.
He did it, though. Persistence, man.
Yeah, did you hear what he said, though? 60 hours it took to clean that.
Yeah. Crazy.
And the thing
I wonder if there was anything else other than fuel varnish. I mean,
I think there was.
There must have been something,
Because, I commented, I'm like, I hope he didn't have to flash it because that generator was so old. If it didn't make power, they said you either took a drill or something else with a motor on it and did the reverse to flash it to get the. I'm like, yeah.
I think James probably knows those tricks. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking that somebody made a pass on that tank and gave up on it, and then he got it, Yeah.
I said, he was lucky that thing didn't have rust in it. I mean, got rusted through because I said, he got it clean. Like I said, but 60 hours, that's what.
That stripper idea was a great idea, I think.
That's 4.5 days worth of cleaning. Oh, Matty. Oof. Yeah.
Oh, that's quick math there, Robert.
Yep.
All right, guys. It's coming up on almost 2 hours. I got to hit the restroom and a couple other things. So I'm going to end it here. But anyway, it's New Year's. Happy New Year's to everybody that's
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year, everybody in the chat as well.
We'll be back Saturday with a regular stream. All those that had signed up for the Secret Santa, I'll be mailing out the names tomorrow. And those that did do it, make sure you send me addresses so I know what address to send to the person who got your name so they know where to send stuff. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care, everybody.
Happy New Year.